Like, Americans are obsessed with black people. It's clear. Even the racist ones. We are obsessed with black people. We love them. Most of us love them. There are a few of us that act like they hate them, but they're also obsessed.
As white people, is our deepest fear that we are inadequate? Or is our deepest fear that black excellence is powerful beyond measure? It is their light, not their darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who are they to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are they not to be? Look honestly, and you will see how they demonstrate love as a reflection of our unwarranted hate. Our playing God does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about positioning ourselves and controlling the narrative so that black and brown folks feel insecure around us. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to manifest the glory of the spirit that is within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in all of us, no matter what your skin tone is. And as we let our own light shine, by atoning for and repairing the harm of our ways, as we learn to serve and see the true greatness of Aboriginal and Indigenous cultures and human beings around us, we unconsciously give white people around the planet the permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. From this point, we can build a new world that is connected to the planet and each other. Together, humanity is achievable.
We have the safety, the security, so we don't want to lose this. Now, this also means that, and here's the unpleasant part, that so much of our safety, security status comes from putting down black people, saying we're not like them. We're Europeans. We're more highly evolved. We've got talents they don't have. And that's where you get, the flip side of this, which really is the ugly side of racism.
Well, you just heard something heavy. The idea that people can be obsessed with you but still fear you, that they can copy your culture but still expect you to stay small, that they can enjoy your music, your energy, your brilliance, but still feel uncomfortable when you walk into the room as your full self. The real question now is this: if the world watches black people this closely, if it is this influenced by black people, what does this actually say about black people's power? Because maybe black people were never meant to be quiet. Maybe they were always meant to stand out. And that is exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. If you like the video so far, make sure you click on that like button. Now, let's get into the video.
To all of my black friends, listen, I need to say this from the heart. You don't have to keep shrinking to fit into a world that was never built with you in mind. All that stuff they taught us about professionalism, that wasn't about excellence. That was about conformity. That was about white normative behavior. I'm Scott Lloyd, scholar of race, religion, culture, and communication. Check out my book, The God I Was Given. It's available for pre-order on Amazon now. Look the part, they said, but whose part? Straight hair, light voice, neutral clothes, no big earrings, no dialect, no edge. Keep your feelings in check. Don't get too passionate. Don't be too anything. That's not professional. That's being erased. Dressed it up nice, sure. They made it sound like success. But let's call it what it really is, a centuries-old set of rules designed to make you disappear while still showing up to work. And if you're not white, whose rules? They never stop shifting. So you adjusted. You learned to code switch. You tamed your curls. You softened your tone. You changed your names on resumes. Your ideas were stolen. In meetings, you said nothing because you know what it cost to speak up. You've done this to survive. But here's the part that cuts deep. We start judging each other by the same messed up standard. We side-eye somebody's outfit. We roll our eyes at the way they talk and whisper, "She's not polished." When what we mean is, she's not performing whiteness well enough. And that, my friends, that's how white supremacy keeps winning, by making people work for it. So no, I'm not saying throw professionalism in the trash. I'm saying take it back, redefine it, make it yours. Excellence doesn't mean erasure. Respect doesn't mean silence. Professionalism doesn't mean pretending that you're something that you're not. You don't have to prove your worth by how much you can endure white spaces. You're not better because you've mastered the art of blending in. And to my white folks listening, if you care enough to look in the mirror, ask yourself, who made the rules, who benefits, and who gets shut out? If your idea of qualified only looks, talks, and thinks like you, then it's not a qualification. It's colonization in a necktie. To my black brothers, sisters, and family, keep showing up in your fullness, in your fire, in your culture. You don't have to apologize for your presence. You are the standard. And if the room doesn't recognize your brilliance, it's the room that's broken, not you. You hear me?
What I want to now do is to look at black excellence. You see, I was real concerned about if you thought that being white was being smart, then that means that being black is being what? Okay, and I won't even put dumb on the board. That's embarrassing. But I have a real concern with if being white is being smart, then what does being black mean? You see, before 1954, we didn't act this way. Being black meant being the best. And we need to redefine again what it means to be black. See, I'm from the old school. See, I was taught that Hippocrates was not the first doctor, that the first doctor's name was Imhotep. What I'm getting at is, whether we're talking about science, in every area that we've been allowed to participate in, we've always been the best. All we've ever needed was the opportunity. So in science, was Imhotep, or Granville Woods, or Lewis Latimer, or George Washington Carver, or Walter Massey, or Sister Jemison, our first black female astronaut, you name the area. All we've ever needed was the opportunity. We're talking about black excellence, because it used to be being black meant being the best. If it's in business, we have strong men and women there as well. Reginald Lewis, who now owns a large company that he just acquired, or John Johnson at Ebony Magazine, or Ed Gardner at Soft Sheen. All we've ever needed was the opportunity. In writing, can you all name me a very good writer? Rather than me just giving you all the names. Can you name me a black writer that you think is very, very good? Yes. Nikki Giovanni. Any others?
Richard Wright.
Richard Wright, Toni Morrison, Alice Walker, Gwendolyn Brooks, Alex Haley. In education, Carter G. Woodson, Benjamin Mays, and Mary Petrell, the current president of education. Strong black men and women. In television, who has the best show on television right now? Bill Cosby. And the best newscaster in terms of the talk shows, there's two. Actually, they're both in the morning. Who are they? Morning talk show hosts. Brian Gumble, who's the other one? The female. And Oprah Winfrey. You name the area, we've been good at it. What about in the movies? Who has the greatest box office attraction in the movies? Eddie Murphy. And then you add on people beside Eddie Murphy, Cicely Tyson, and Jones, and Lou Gossett. You name the area, we've been good at it. Let's move to music. Name some top stars in music. Michael Jackson. Who else? Anita Baker. Luther Vandross. Stevie Wonder. Aretha Franklin. What about sports? Who's the best basketball player? Michael Jordan. Who has rushed for more yards in football in the history of the sport? Rushed for more yards. Just retired from Chicago. Walter Payton. Okay. And who hit more home runs than anybody in baseball, including more than Babe Ruth? Initials H.A. Hank Aaron. Okay. So again, you name the area, we've been good at it. Nor are we lazy. Think about it. The rumor is we're lazy. If we're lazy, why'd they bring us to work America? If we were lazy, they could have kept using their servants. We are the world's greatest workers. We're not lazy. In addition to that, we raise their children. We're good at nurturing as well. Also, who received the Nobel Peace Prize? And he lives in South Africa, Zania, right now. Matter of fact, one is living, one died. The Nobel Peace Prize. One lived in America, one lived in South Africa. One is dead, one is alive. Nobel Peace Prize. The one in America was Martin Luther King. And who's the other one? He lives in South Africa right now. Bishop Tutu. Okay? So again, and also, who received more votes with less money? He didn't win, but he had the best run campaign, Jesse Jackson. What I'm getting at is, whatever the area is, science, business, writing, music, TV, movies, you name the area, all we've ever needed was the opportunity. All we've ever needed was the opportunity. What I want you to understand is, to be black means to be the best. When you go to your schools with white and Asian students, you represent the race. You represent Imhotep. You represent Marcus Garvey. You represent King Akhenaten. You represent Nikki Giovanni. You represent Bill Cosby. To be black means to be the best. And we have to work on this. We have to work on
I'm redefining black excellence because we need to rework the definition. We let Jay-Z get away with opening the 4040 Club and celebrated it. We celebrated him opening a nightclub so more of us could stumble out of a place at 3 a.m. with Henny Me. We celebrated the Duce brand because that's what we needed. Shoot, quiet as it's kept, we celebrated Ciroc. What do all of these things have in common? Nothing for you, nothing for me, and everything for the person who runs that. Who doesn't really run it, but we're not going to get into that just yet. Jay-Z's contribution to the community is a curious one because on one hand, you see the vision of black excellence, buying up all these homes, all these paintings, all of this ridiculously extravagant and just overwhelming wealthy stuff. But on the other you go, what did that do for us? How did Jay-Z owning Tidal help us out at all? Did it? I don't think so. And this is a very, very curious situation. Because since I was a kid, Jay-Z was quite literally the picture of black excellence. But you gotta ask yourself, why? I'm not done because Jay had us in such a chokehold. People ask, would you rather $500,000 or dinner with this man? And dudes with brims on their scullies everywhere went, yo, you gotta go Jay-Z, it's the knowledge, it's the knowledge. The knowledge, interesting. So you mean like the things that he said on 444? What if I told you he said those things on an album?
Black people are the first people. Black people are the mothers and fathers of everybody on this planet. The first people to know about God. The first people to be mathematicians, architects, scientists, philosophers, to know about astronomy. But when the people who classify themselves as white started taking over, they knew of the critical importance in the area of religion of telling people, the whole world of colored people, that God was white.
One of the many weird ass things to come out of the response of that video that I posted is seeing just how many white people are doing digital blackface. I did not realize the extent. And by digital blackface, I mean like these are white people commenting from accounts that are made to look like they're run by black people. Like they have a black person in the profile picture. They have like a general like black person's name. Like, but the comment is very clearly from a white person. Like, we see you. I don't know why you think that you're slick, but it's just, like, that's scary. Like to go out of your way to make a fake profile. It's one thing to have like the fake like throwaway burner accounts where it's just like user whatever the fuck and a bunch of numbers, or it's just like, you know, something generic that doesn't have like a profile picture and it has like no followers and no posts, or it's private and they like follow like 2,000 something people. But to do the digital blackface and harass black people, like, y'all really know no bounds. Like, it would be amazing if it was not so horrifying.
We are culture. And because we are culture, we have always defined culture. We've given birth to this culture. We created the math, the science that they use to this day, fashion, the arts, hip-hop. We are hip-hop. We are culture. So of course they want to try to steal it. Of course they want to try to silence it. We are culture. We've been culture. We will always be culture.
Dear white people, especially the ones that happen to be Christian, they can't bear to hear the words Black Lives Matter without feeling the need to respond negatively and criticize and say all lives matter. I'm going to give you a quick little history lesson, so go ahead and grab your Bibles, and I'm going to educate you really quick, okay? Thanks. In Luke 15, there's a story about 100 sheep. One of the sheep leaves the pack. Jesus goes after the one and leaves the 99 behind. The 99 respond with, but wait, what about us? Aren't we important? And Jesus responds with, yes, you're important, but the one that left the pack is the one that's in danger. So that is why I say it, and I will continue to say Black Lives Matter. As a black man, as a black homosexual man, I matter, and I deserve to be seen just the way the 99 are seen on a daily basis. So I would continue to say and say unto you again, Black Lives Matter.
We just minding our business. Excellence is going to come out. If left to our own devices, we will fuck around and be the best at everything. We was dominating at tennis so hard they had to come out with pickleball just so they could find something that we hadn't beat them in. They bit their lip till it bled trying to keep from saying Serena was the best tennis player that ever lived. Still don't want to give her credit. Like, I could give so many examples of this. And in the midst of our resting, the black excellence just keeps rolling on. I don't know this young man with the baseball, but I do know how they did that boy from American Idol, Jamal Roberts, and how Carrie Underwood did him. It's a perfect example. That boy was in that competition by himself. I could listen to him sing all day. I would be doing stuff and put his TikToks on so they'll just keep playing over and over again. That boy, that's God in that throat. He got God throat. He got God in his throat. Let's talk about just singers, for example. Y'all keep comparing Beyonce and Taylor Swift. I could go to any black church in America and find 10 singers better than Taylor Swift. Like, white people, mainstream praises mediocrity because they feel akin to it. Beyonce is excellence. Beyonce done came to the Grammys multiple times, been 0 for 8. Watching people like Taylor Swift and whoever take Grammys that was rightfully hers, Adele and whoever. Even Adele had to get up there and be like, listen, I didn't beat her, but somehow I won. This shit ain't right. Then she won the best country album and y'all gonna take the whole category away? Interesting. The girl who Coco Gauff beat said she never thought she would lose to a black player because she had been playing so good. She said she's not trying to be racist. You should have said, I never thought I could lose. Why is it stinging extra more because she's a black player? She kicked your ass and you're mad about it. So much that you would turn the hatred on yourself and say, I messed up. I didn't play good enough. I made too many mistakes. You would turn the hatred on yourself because it couldn't possibly be that this young black girl whooped your ass. And that's exactly what she did. Listen, I don't know why people are pissed at us for having a good time. I hope they never find their way to help me find my draws side of TikTok. Because I don't know what's going on in Mississippi right now, but they down there cooking, baby. They down there cooking. They done sent Jamal to American Idol. They over there looking for their drawers in their neighbor's bedroom, all kind of things. If y'all end up on Help Me Find My Draws side of TikTok, you're going to get stuck there for about an hour or two because, listen, it's hilarious.
You know, one topic that baffles me is the white people's obsession with black people. Some of it goes back to the fact that they don't see us as fully human. Because for all of enslavement and even past that time, 3/5 human and all these things, we were seen as property. Just a taskmaster, a do-boy, a do-girl, some other, we almost like livestock. And so some of that I feel has permeated the psyche of those that descend from people that were enslavers. And some people that, because not all white people's lineage, like not all white people come from people that actually had the money or means to own people, but they acted in overseer positions. Best believe that they participated in the oppression of us, of our people. And I started digging into it because yesterday I kept seeing pop up on my timeline white people attempting to co-opt the word black fatigue to say they are tired of the ghetto, blah, 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 blah. When essentially black fatigue is what we experience just dealing with the systems and the day-to-day existing within this place that we find ourselves. The same way they took woke. They trying to take black fatigue, but we're not going for that. We're going to continue to tell the truth about that terminology. But I asked AI, and I hate AI, but I asked AI, why are white people obsessed with black people? And it responded as the people that actually programmed AI, because this is what it said. The query expresses a harmful stereotype and generalization suggesting that white people are obsessed with black people. But ChatGPT and OpenAI and all those things have been found to have racist perceptions because of the people that they only are able to pull the information as what's been presented to them, and the vast majority have been programmed by those. But so they see us as things versus as people, right? They feel they know better than us. And the constant survey, because they were pointing finger telling us what to do back then, they feel like they still know more than us or better than us how we need to conduct ourselves in life. They don't want us to occupy spaces that are above the stations that they feel that we should occupy. Thus, all this talk around DEI and meritocracy, which is nonsensical. Let's be very fucking clear. But they want us in a subservient, because it's about maintenance of social hierarchy. And when they see black people rising above certain stations, they all up in arms. But my thing, and not only that, the implicit bias, and then they threatened by black joy and all these things. And that's why people say, well, if they can't stand us so much, why they can't leave us alone? Because they feel like they're still supposed to be dictating our movements, because we could not laugh on the plantation, we could not openly express ourselves. There were so many restrictions on us just existing, and these new white people are the offspring of those people, and so they still feel that they are supposed to be in the mix. And that's why when y'all be passing out passes to come to cookouts, I don't come from that. My family didn't play that shit, so I don't know nothing about it at all. No, absolutely not. We gotta do better. And then some of y'all are just so loose with information online, and I know you want to share it with your people, but you need to come up with something else. Your left hand ain't never supposed to know what your right hand is doing, and vice versa. Y'all just spilling the beans, just constantly just spilling the beans. Just share. And that is part of the problem, because we are so community based and we're so open and welcoming to people, and that is how they came in and poisoned people against one another and captured so many people, because we were just like, oh, these are different people, but they are people. But are they though? Are they it's got to be a line. Got to be a line. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that is something that has been on my mind. Why are you so obsessed? Why? And a lot of it is because you think they really do feel like they still own us.
I don't care what they call me. I know who I am, and I know what I stand for, and I stand for black excellence. So anything that goes against black people being excellent, I'm not in agreement with. And if that makes me anti-black, then I guess you're redefining what it means to be pro-black. If you think that being pro-black means being in agreement with degenerate behavior and being in cahoots with things that damage the community, no, then I don't want to be that. I don't want to be anything that is negative when it comes to the black community. No, I don't want to be in alignment with that. So if you have to say that I'm any of these buzzwords, I'll take that, because I stand for black excellence. I stand for black people working at their full potential, being the best they can be, not making excuses.
Shout out to Dana D 1987. I want to give her credit for that because she works very hard to grow her content. I think she thinks she has a second page, DD 1987 as well. Look, there's a group of us out there that has no F's to give. We're done. There's a group of black people that just like, listen, we're not going to stand for it anymore. We have a platform to speak out on it, and all the, like she calls them buzzwords, the names that you call us, it just doesn't work anymore. It's not effective because we're coming at you. You're ruining our growth as black people. You're ruining our reputation. You're ruining black progress and advancement.
So, when I listen to all of this and really sit with it, I don't even have to think about history books or old names to understand what they are saying. You can just look around, look at real life, look at what is happening right now. Black excellence is not something hidden. It's not something that you have to go and search for in a library. It is right in our faces every single day. Just look at music, for example. Most of the songs people are dancing on TikTok, in clubs, in cars, at festivals, they come from black artists or black culture. Hip-hop, R&B, Afrobeat, reggae, dancehall. This is what the whole world is listening to, even when people don't want to admit it. A lot of the trends everyone follows are started by black people. That alone already shows power and influence. Then look at sports. Who are the biggest names in basketball, football, track and field, even boxing? A lot of them are black. And it is not just talent, it is hard work, discipline, and mental strength. You don't become the best athlete in the world by accident. That is excellence, and everyone sees it. Kids around the world wear their jerseys. They copy their style. They use their names in conversations. That is influence. Look at business. You see more and more black people starting their own brands, clothing brands, hair brands, tech companies, media companies. People are becoming CEOs, content creators, investors, and entrepreneurs. They're not waiting for permission anymore. They are creating their own tables instead of waiting for a seat at someone else's table. Look at black women too. The strength, the leadership, the creativity. From hairstylists to fashion to activism to education to running businesses and families at the same time. You see women like Beyonce, Rihanna, Serena Williams, Oprah. But you also see everyday black women running shops, raising kids, building careers, going to school, holding communities together. Nobody teaches that kind of strength. That comes from inside. Look at language. So many common words, slangs, and expressions that people use today comes from black communities. Then later, everybody started using them. They become cool or trendy, but originally they come from our everyday conversations. That shows how much impact we have on culture without even trying. And then there is resilience. That is something you cannot fake or copy easily. Black people have been through so much. Discrimination, poverty, violence, being told they are not enough. And yet they still wake up, go to work, go to school, take care of their families, create art, make jokes, dance, fall in love, youth dreams. That kind of strength is not normal. When I hear some people say black people are lazy, I honestly get confused because I see black people working harder than almost anyone. Multiple jobs, building side businesses, grinding, studying, hustling, trying to survive and also to rise. That is not laziness, that is determination. Black people are also very creative. Give a black person a room, a beat, camera, a ball, a mic, or even just a phone. They will make something out of nothing. Painting, a song, a business idea, a joke, a movement. That creativity is not taught in schools. That is natural talent mixed with deep life experience. Even in simple things like fashion, the way black people dress, the way they mix colors, the way they express themselves. It later becomes world trend. Runaways start copying it. Big brands start selling it. But it started in our neighborhoods. in our street, in our culture. And what really shows me black excellence is community. Even though black people go through a lot, we still support each other. We go to each other's events, we show up for funerals, we show up for graduations, we show up for birthday parties. That togetherness is powerful. I'm not saying black people are perfect. Nobody's perfect. Every community has problems. Every group has struggles. But what I'm saying is that the amount of talent, power, influence, creativity, resilience, and impact that comes of black people is something you cannot ignore. And that is why maybe some people are obsessed. Because when you see a people that can create this much, even while they're being pushed down, it makes you think, what would they be capable of if they were treated fairly? So for me, black excellence does not need a history. It doesn't need a long explanation. You just have to open your eyes. Look at your favorite music. Look at your favorite athletes. Look at the trends online. Look at the culture. Look at the movement. Look at the creativity. Black excellence is everywhere and it is not going anywhere. That's just my honest reaction as someone watching this and thinking about real life. I can't say it all in one single video, but I know that you also know some examples of black excellency. Make sure you drop them down there in the comment section so that we help each other to understand that black excellence is real. The video was this one and it was there for educating you guys about black excellence. If you have not yet liked the video, make sure you click on that like button and also smash on that notification bell so that whenever we drop a video, you will be informed. See you next time. Ciao.